Yeah, you always make me feel like home, yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Chey and welcome back to my channel. So I've been asked to make a video about how to lighten your armpits, but I thought it would be best to do a video on how to detox and lighten your armpits because one, I think they go hand in hand, and two, I'm always going to advocate that you switch over to natural deodorant. So to get the info on how to do that, keep watching. The first thing that I recommend you do is to exfoliate. And you always want to exfoliate the day before you do anything else. So say for example, you're going to start your routine on Monday, you want to exfoliate on Sunday. Usually what I do is I take either my Shea Moisture exfoliating body scrub or I take my African washcloth. That's what I heard they're called, so please don't get upset with me if that's not what they're called. But I take my African washcloth and I use that as another physical exfoliator to just exfoliate my underarms before I get into my next steps. The next step would be to remove the hair from under your arms. Now there's a few ways that you can do this. Some I feel are better than others, so I'm gonna break it down from the worst way to remove your hair to the best way. Obviously, the best is probably going to be more expensive than the worst way to eliminate your hair, but you should do what's best for you. Do your research and see what works for you. The first hair removal technique that I want to discuss is shaving. Shaving is the most common and most popular way to remove hair. So usually when you shave, if you do shave, you're taking your razor and your shaving cream and applying that to wherever you're shaving, and you're removing the top layer of hair. The thing about shaving is, depending on how fast your hair grows, and if you're like me, my hair grows in pretty fast, I would tend to shave 2 to 3 times a week, especially depending on the body part that I'm shaving. So the thing with shaving is that because you are taking off a top layer of hair and possibly a little bit of skin, you definitely want to be careful because then you can cause irritation to the area, and shaving can also cause dark marks under the arms or anywhere on the body. So you just want to be careful about shaving and how frequently you're shaving because it could be the cause of you having darker underarms. The next way to remove underarm hair is to wax. So there's 2 different types of waxes, and if you haven't waxed before, this will be new info for you. So if you're using soft wax, I believe soft wax under the arms would be the best way if you're wanting to lighten your underarms, just because soft wax exfoliates the skin. It does take off like a small layer of your skin when you're waxing, so don't be afraid. It's normal. You don't feel anything extra because it's removing a layer of the skin, but it helps to take off those dark layers under this that come with the discoloration with your skin. So if you want to help push lightening your underarms, you definitely want to try a soft wax before hard wax because you'll get those effects immediately. Hard wax is just a little bit different. It still takes off the hair and removes hair for a longer period of time than shaving does, but it does not remove as much skin as soft wax would. So because soft wax and hard wax will give you the longer period of not having to remove hair, it causes less irritation and things like that, and it helps to lighten the underarms as well. So if you could avoid shaving and go to waxing, then that would be the next best thing. Another way to remove hair from under your arms is laser. So this is one of the top / number 1 things you can do to remove hair and lighten your skin at the same time. I actually just started lasering my underarms and my legs. yesterday. I didn't get footage of that, so I apologize. I'll do it the next time I go, so that way you can see what that process is like. But lasering would be the ultimate way to remove your hair if you're looking to remove hair and lighten your underarms. So basically what they do is clean off the area, and then they go in with the laser and zap your hair follicles, so that way eventually you'll be without hair or reduced hair for longer periods of time than shaving and waxing. So you usually have to go in for about 7 to 10 sessions, depending really on your body and your hair growth cycles. So do your research and find a laser place that's really good for you. Me personally, I go to Milan Laser, and they have a lifetime guarantee. So basically what that means is that you pay for whatever area that you want to laser, and they'll give you your 7 to 10 treatments. But if hair decides that it's gonna grow back, because laser is supposed to be permanent, but it's not as permanent as the next thing I'm gonna talk about. But it's pretty much permanent hair removal and hair reduction. So yeah, you definitely will have the results over time. So maybe by like the 4th or 5th session, you'll definitely start seeing that your hair is not growing at all, or maybe you'll just have like a few hairs coming in. So like I said, it has a lifetime guarantee. So if your hair growth cycle changes and you need to get touched up, you don't have to worry about paying an extra dime. You just make your appointment, go in, see them, figure out what's the next plan. If you just want to do 1 session or add on a few more sessions, you can do that. And yeah, it's the best. So the last way to remove your hair, and to remove your hair for good, this is the only true way to have permanent hair removal, is electrolysis. Electrolysis is more expensive than laser and waxing and shaving. However, if you just hate having hair under your arms or anywhere else, this would be the only way that you can get permanent hair removal. So this would be the best. This would be technically the ultimate way to remove the hair from under your arms and not have to worry about shaving, waxing, or lasering. So if you want to do that, you can find someone who does electrolysis in your area, see what that price point is like. I know they do usually like smaller areas at a time within a section. So you're paying for each smaller section. But basically what electrolysis does is that they zap each and every follicle in order to remove the hairs that are in that follicle, and it closes up so that way hair doesn't grow out of there again. I haven't tried that. I just started laser, like I said, but if you want true hair removal, then you should try. The next steps after exfoliating and removing the hair, you want to wash the area in which you are trying to detox / lighten, which is your underarms. So here are a couple of things. I'll put pictures somewhere here so that way you can see what I use. So typically I use Dr. Bronner's either the baby wash or the peppermint soap to help cleanse the skin. I'm a big advocate on using more clean or natural skincare products. Just because when you're detoxing, you don't want to continuously keep putting chemicals on your body. It kind of defeats the purpose of the detox. So I use lots of clean products. So I do use Dr. Bronner's, or sometimes I'll use African black soap in order to help clean and detox your armpits, because it's very African black soap can be kind of stripping depending on your skin type, but also it helps to lighten areas that have discoloration. So if you want to, again, help push and speed up the process, try using some African black soap while washing your underarms to help lighten the area. So the next part is the detox slash lightening of the area, which is your armpits, of course. So a few products that I have used or are great recommendations, even if I haven't used it specifically on my underarms. I've used it on other parts of my body, which are bentonite clay, and that's a mask. A lot of people used to, or still do, use it in their hair as a mask, or on the face as a mask for a deep cleanse. So if you want to detox your armpits, you can definitely do some bentonite clay and some apple cider vinegar, or bentonite clay with some water. Make a little paste, apply it under your arms, leave it on there for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then wash it off in the shower. The next thing would be honey and turmeric. So that combo, honey is a humectant, so it won't dry out your underarms, and it's very good and effective for working on your underarm area. The turmeric helps to lighten and brighten your underarms. You have to find a combination that works for you, because some people can put a lot of turmeric and be okay with that. Some people might not be able to do that, but also understand that usually turmeric has like a dye effect, so it can stain under your arms where it would look more maybe like reddish or yellowish, depending on your skin tone. So you want to be careful about how much turmeric you're using. Don't go overboard. Just find a balance that really works for you. And yeah, do that. The last product is the La Vanilla Underarm Detox Mask, which is the one that I've been using. So I made a short about that, and you can check that out right here on my channel. So the La Vanilla Underarm Detox Mask has so many good clean ingredients. It is a charcoal mask, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I don't have it next to me, but that's also going to help detox and lighten and brighten your underarms. I've been using it for some weeks now, and I really love it. So the last and final thing that I want to talk about is your deodorant. And your deodorant can make or break the way that your armpits are detoxing, and if your lightening and brightening processes are going to be effective. So one of the deodorants that I use is the raw sugar, vanilla, and charcoal deodorant. I love this deodorant because, for one, it's clean. And since I've detoxed my underarms a long time ago, it kind of just, maintains what I've already done. Two, the charcoal inside of the deodorant also helps to lighten and brighten the armpits. So I just love that it already has a lightening effect in it on top of just the deodorant aspect. So you have to remember that raw sugar deodorant is not an antiperspirant, it's just a deodorant. So you want to transition over to something that's just a deodorant if you're detoxing your underarms. You don't want to put back on any other thing that carries aluminum or anything like that if you're detoxing your underarms, because you're putting the same chemicals and products back into your underarms that you just cleaned out, and that your underarms would be working to clean out throughout the week. The last product that I use as a deodorant is my tea tree oil. So sometimes if it's hot, especially like in the summertime, you're not supposed to wear deodorant at night. And I probably should have mentioned this at some point before starting this conversation. Do not wear your deodorant at night, because if you're wearing your deodorant at night, you're again defeating the purpose of detoxing and brightening your underarms. So tea tree oil is basically nature's deodorant, if you want to call it that. That's what I'll call it. It's nature's deodorant. And it's very I don't know if I want to call it fresh scent, but tea tree oil just has its own like unique scent for sure. It's something that you just put one drop on, rub it under your arms, You can rinse it off, you know, lighten the scent and the strength with some water and sleep with that on. Alright guys, so this is all the information that I have for you. So just to recap the steps, it's exfoliation, hair removal, cleansing, the detox and lightening portion, and your deodorant. Now, if you decide that detoxing your armpits are not for you, you can still follow these steps. But when you get to the deodorant portion, you can in fact just put on your regular deodorant. You can still follow everything else and still put on your regular deodorant. I just wanted to mention that since we are at the end of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'm always going to advocate for you to switch over to natural deodorant because awareness is definitely not going to stop here. So, because regular deodorants have so many different chemicals, especially like aluminum, which triggers cancer. If cancer runs in your family and things like that, you definitely want to be mindful of the things that you're putting on or in your body. So please be sure that you're living your happy and healthy best life, whatever that looks like for you. But like I said, I'm always going to advocate for natural deodorants. If you can switch over, if you can make the switch, do it. And if you can't, that's still understandable. I do want you to still continue to get the best results that you can. And if you do decide that you want to continue to use regular deodorant, there is a product that I did not mention because I have not used it, but apparently all the girlies are talking about it on TikTok. And it is the Ordinary's glycolic acid. So if you want more information about how that works, head over to TikTok, put it in your search bar and find it. I can't talk about it because I haven't used it at all on any part of my body, so I can't, you know, attest to what it does or doesn't do. But if you want to continue using regular deodorant and you feel like my steps are not as effective, especially since you're not planning to continue to detox your underarms and put clean products on, that may be a more effective product for you. So go check out some of the girlies on TikTok, see what that looks like. And if you do decide to go that route, let me know in the comments about how that's working for you. And if you decide to use my tips and tricks, also let me know how that goes in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love.